Boys and girls, Shabbat Shalom. I'm so happy that you're all here with me today. It's the last day of camp, and it is one of the last cooking classes that we're going to have together. Anytime you want to learn how to cook something, you can call me over the summer, and I sure would help you. But that being said, we're going to make challah today because it's Friday, and it's really important that every Shabbat you have a magnificent, beautiful challah waiting on your table. And even if you don't have a Shabbat together with your family as a big family, the challah makes the day special. So let's get cooking. What we're going to do is first we're going to mix together the dry ingredients. So what I need to do is I have flour. I am going to put 6 cups of flour in my bowl. 1, 2, 3. It's really easy. 4, 5, and 6. 6 cups of flour ready and waiting. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put salt in the mix. I'm going to take my salt and I'm going to put in a teaspoon of salt right here. All right. So far, so good. And I'm just going to put this right over here. Now, I'm going to do my wet ingredients. This is very important. I'm going to take sugar. Oh gosh. I'm going to make myself a 1/4 of a cup of sugar because I like a lot of sugar. Pour it in my container. Then I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of yeast. Now, if you have an issue getting yeast, you call me and let me know, okay? And then I will make sure that you have the yeast that you need. So we have sugar and we have yeast and we have warm, not hot, warm water, okay? So you're gonna have a 1/2 cup of warm water. Make sure it's not too hot. If you can stick your finger in there and say, oh, that's not so bad. This is actually, I'm gonna get some cold water in here. Not a bit hot. That's much better. Then I'm gonna put the water in here and I'm gonna mix it up. I'm also gonna put my secret ingredient in here, and that's orange juice. Another 1/2 cup of orange juice, because I like it that way. Okie doke. So now we're gonna do this science experiment. We're gonna watch while the yeast develops. That's called developing yeast. In the meantime, we're gonna get our eggs ready. So in another dish, I'm gonna crack 2 eggs. 1 and 2. Let me put this over here so you can see. 1 and 2. Make sure that there's no blood. Now, what else do we need? We've used the sugar. I like to put things away over here so I know that I've used everything. Oh, the one thing that I do need now is oil. So we're going to use a 1/2 cup of oil, and I'm going to put that in with the eggs. Why not? So I have 2 kinds of liquid. Yeah? Those are all the ingredients of the challah. That's all you really need. So this is what we're going to do next. It takes a little while for your yeast to develop, but if you look, you can already see it's starting to bubble. And when it starts to bubble, then you know that your yeast is ready to go. So do you see you saw the bubbles. So I'm going to use my dough hook. This is called a dough hook. I'm going to use my dough hook of my KitchenAid, and I'm going to lock it up. Salt and flour, eggs and oil, yeast, orange juice, and sugar. Those are the things that I have. And I'm going to turn it on real low because I don't want it to get crazy and go all over the place. So slowly, I'm going to pour in both my yeast and my egg mixture into the bowl, a little bit at a time. Whoop, little bit. Guess I'm going to have to do it on the same side. Little bit. Let it mix. Always work clean. Make sure you get all this stuff in. And there you have it. Now we're going to mix it. I turned it up a little bit now because now it's not going to go all over the place. In the meantime, meantime, don't forget, cooking clean. While this is mixing, you could go put everything away that you started with. You can put your dishes away and you could have a clean space. Okay, I'm going to save the oil and the eggs up because I'm going to knead them again. Knead them as in I need them, but not with a K. Make sure you have a clean surface. Look how perfect it is. I'm going to turn it off and show you. Now, what I really want to show you is not the dough, but I want to show you the bowl. See the bowl? It's clean. There's no sticky on the sides or anything. So this is what your bowl should look like. And look at this dough. Wow, wow, wow. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to roll this out a little teeny bit. I'm going to take oil, put a few drops in the bottom here, roll the dough in the oil, and then I'm going to cover it with saran wrap and put it to the side and let it rise. All right? Now, because I've already done this, I'm going to show you what it looks like after about an hour. Put that there. Oh, look, an hour has gone by, even more. You can leave it for as long as you want to, really. And now, if you look at it, whoa, it's nice and fluffy. It's grown quite a bit. And now, when you touch it, it's very spongy. You see? It's nice. And now I'm going to flip it out on the counter. I'm not going to work it at all. I'm just going to flip it on the counter, and then I'm going to take my knife, and you have a regular batch, so you're going to cut that in half. And with each half, I'm going to cut each half into thirds. 1, 2, 3. It's okay. And if you look really close to the dough, you can see there's a lot of air in the dough, and I don't want to mess with that. I'm going to leave the air right there in the dough, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to roll it out really gently. I'm going to roll it out. And look at how I pull that. You guys have seen me do that before. You roll it, not too hard, you don't have to do too much. And you pull it. That makes sense. And you roll it and you pull it. Now hopefully yours are going to be a little bit more even than mine are. And then, now we have 3. What do? You take the left, put it over the center, and it becomes the center. You take the right and put it over the center. Now it becomes the center. You take the left, put it over the center. Over the center. Go back and forth, left and right, over the center, and it makes a braid. Now, if you run into trouble, look at how nice. And I kind of smush it together because I don't want it to be long. Look at that challah. It is gorgeous. Next thing that you need to do is you have to take your parchment paper, line your cookie sheet, put this on the cookie sheet, and guess what? It takes another hour. I usually take the plastic wrap and I'll cover it like this, and voila, it's ready. Now it's got another hour. So this is kind of a long process, right? This takes you the morning, but in the meantime, you go do other things. Now, look at this. This one has been sitting for an hour. It's big and fluffy. Again, you can see that it's fluffed back up and it's not very dense. And it is ready now for the next thing. What's that? Now, it's been sitting for an hour, and we're going to take a brush and we're going to get an egg white. I'm just going to do it in my egg bowl right here. Yes, here's the egg white. You could use the whole egg too, it doesn't really matter. And you're going to brush the challah with the egg white, like so. Oh, I did it again. I didn't get all my ingredients out. You know what I'm missing? The sesame seeds. I need the sesame seeds. So you hang out while I get them. At least I know where they are. So here are my sesame seeds in my jam jar. And you just take sesame seeds. I like sesame seeds. You could put poppy seeds. You could put whatever you wanted on the top. I know that you can even buy like everything bagel topping, which is good. I use coarse kosher salt. Just gonna put some in my hand and I'm gonna sprinkle it on top. It doesn't all stay, but it's nice. And then I'm going to put my challah in the oven that's been heated at 350 degrees. Right? 350 degrees. So watch this magic. Da-da-na-na-na-na-na-na, excuse me. I bake it and I pull it out after about 40 minutes. I usually leave my challah in for 20 minutes. I like to cover it so that it doesn't burn on the top for another 20 minutes at 350 degrees. And then you have a challah. Boy, oh boy, do you ever have a challah. Enjoy eating your challah. I want pictures, please. Shabbat shalom to everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye.